Defendant faces new charges after attacking a Nevada judge in court.
I think it's time that he gets a taste of
That
something
doesn't
else,
sound good.
because I just can't with that history. The
What
courts were classed
history?
in Nevada's courts.
That history. Thus proving the judge's point. Watch the tape, Judge. The pocket collapsed, your guard got beat off the line, and your stenographer did not pick up that blitz. Where is your protection? If you keep taking hits like that, it's going to be a long season. Or a short one. Moments after a defendant in a felony battery case tried to convince a Nevada judge that he was turning his violent past around and didn't need to be locked up, his sentencing went sideways. You bet it did. He leaped over a defense table and the judge's bench, landing atop her and sparking a bloody brawl with court officials and attorneys. The violent scene on Wednesday was captured by courtroom video showing Clark County District Court Judge Mary Kay Holthus falling back from her seat against the wall as the defendant flung himself over the judge's bench and grabbed her hair, toppling an American flag onto them. How unpatriotic. The judge suffered some injuries but was not hospitalized, courthouse officials say. That is a terrible time to find out who your friends are. There were at least 20 people in that courtroom, and I only seen about 3 people come to her aid, barely come to her aid. What makes it so bad, not even 2 weeks ago, they were all at a Christmas party drinking eggnog and hanging out under the mistletoe. The defendant, Deobra Delone Redden, and I know people call him Deborah because his name looks like it's Deborah, was jailed on $54,000 bail and refused to return to court on Thursday on new charges, so a judge rescheduled his next appearance for January 9th. Redden, 30, faces 13 counts, including extortion and coercion with force. 7 of the new counts are battery on a protected person, referring to the judge and officers who came to her aid, barely came to her aid. Redden had to be wrestled off the judge Wednesday by several court and jail officers and courtroom staff members, including some who were seen throwing weak punches. One courtroom marshal was hospitalized for treatment of a bleeding gash on his forehead and a dislocated shoulder. It happened so fast it was hard to know what to do, said Richard Sco, the chief county district attorney who was prosecuting Redden for allegedly attacking a person with a baseball bat last year. Wait a minute. It makes me ask the question, since you know this guy is a repeat violent offender, he's been in court for multiple violent offenses, why didn't you put at least one guy between him and the judge's bench, or at the very least give the people in the courtroom a heads up that, hey, keep an eye on this guy, he's a live one. He's been violent his entire adult life. No, what makes you think that? Whoopson said. Redden's defense attorney on Wednesday, Cesar Almas, declined to comment Thursday. What is he really going to say? He's defending a lunatic? At the sentencing hearing, Redden wasn't shackled or in jail guard because he had been released from custody as part of a deal with prosecutors in which he pleaded guilty in November to a reduced charge of attempted battery resulting in substantial injuries. He was initially charged in the baseball bat attack with assault with a deadly weapon. Court records show they shouldn't have played ball with him. They should have let it stick. On Wednesday, he wore a white shirt and dark pants as he stood next to his attorney and asked the judge for leniency while describing himself as a person who never stops trying to do the right thing, no matter how hard it is. I'm not a rebellious person, he told the judge, later adding that he doesn't think he should be sent to prison, but if it's appropriate to you, then you have to do what you have to do. Me personally, I feel like if you don't want to sit in a courtroom and have someone look you in your face and tell you what you are going to be doing with the foreseeable future of your life, then do not give them that power and put your life in their hands and then be mad when they do whatever they want with it. You gave it to them. As the judge made it clear she intended to put him behind bars, she said, I appreciate your statement, but I got something else for you. We're going to try something else. And the court marshal moved to handcuff him and take him into custody. Redden yelled expletives and charged forward amid screams from people who had been sitting with him in the courtroom audience, including his foster mother. Most people have a way better chance of running outside of the courtroom instead of rushing the judge, but he's different. He's special. Records show Redden, Deborah Redden, who lives in Las Vegas, was evaluated and found competent to stand trial in the battery case before pleading guilty to the reduced charge. He previously served prison time in Nevada on a domestic battery conviction, records show. There you have it, kids. Deobra Delone Redden, and the way he jumped that bench, he could have easily been in sports if he learned how to channel his anger into something positive.